This is Steve doing his Mick Fleetwood.
Yeah, this is Tusk. Big Mick
Well, and
Fleetwood
I remember you
influence.
did the tom. You kept coming in later with toms. The same thing with different. You had the toms.
I did one pass for 6 minutes with brushes.
Mm-hmm.
Did one pass with mallets, and then one pass with sticks, and then we kept adding the tracks over to the dub the cymbal crashes. Everything in the 80s was all about isolating everything.
Yeah. Well, and I remember too our radio guy, Chris, whose name is Chris Hauser, still in the Christian music industry, and great guy. And he was our radio guy, and he was so excited about this song. You know, it was like, and this song is like a long song.
Yeah.
You know, it's got this whole breakdown in the middle that's just really ambient.
Yeah, he thought he could get it played on the radio.
He thought he could get it played on the radio, and he tried. We did a big edit for it.
You gotta love
know?
his passion. Obviously, Chris Hauser is one of the biggest radio promoters right now.
Yeah.
He's learned a couple things since then.
Yeah, exactly.
Works
like
and
not
what
to work
doesn't.
with bands like us.
I love him.
No, he was so happy about this song, and he was so passionate about it. I'm going to get this on the radio. It was his goal to get it on the radio, and you know, I think maybe like 4 stations played it.
Yeah, he still has that same passion that he had back then as a kid that he does now as an adult. He just turned 50 recently.
Yeah.
But he still has that spark in
He
him.
does. He loves music.
Yeah,
He really loves
yeah.
music.
Clouds around about you. Shadows fill your eyes.
Now, I want to point out that this is Steve Griffith playing bass.
Yeah, that's
Remember
right.
Steve Griffith, who a great engineer who engineered the All Fall Down record for the 77s up in Sacramento. We were such a fan of that album that for a period of a few weeks, we brought Steve down to work with us.
Yes.
And I think Tim was out on some tour then with somebody.
He was out with DA.
Right. And Steve was there helping us, and he played the bass on this song.
Yeah, because this was one of the last songs we put on.
It's really simple. What in the heck would Tim have done? He would have done something. He wouldn't have done this.
No. Well, Griffith played.
I'm not sure how you mean that.
You would have
exactly.
tried to ruin the song.
Well,
It never would have got on the radio. Those 4 stations that played it would have never played it.
No, you would have done something great. It would have been different.
Would have been very different. But remember, Griffith played keyboards too on this.
Yeah, and he sings background. He did a great job.
I'll be playing a completely different bass part live.
Right.
I'm sure you will.
Just, you know.
Now, this is pretty incredible what Derri did on this breakdown section here.
One of the most proud things of us, of ours that we've ever done.
Now, how'd you accomplish it?
Well, this is all analog tape. So we came to this one point, and then we took the tape, flipped it over. We had a vocal thing that I had done, and we took that and flipped it over, and found a piece that fit with the guitars, and we recorded it onto another piece of tape.
Yeah, in order to get a backwards thing, you had to actually turn the tape physically over
You
on
had
the
to turn it
machine. And you recorded it onto DAT.
And you recorded onto
flew it
DAT, and then we
back.
flew it back from there. We had just got our DAT player. That DAT had just come out.
Yeah, it was an
And
amazing
so we flew that back in
piece of equipment.
after everything was reversed. And then I remember the record company was all, oh no, backwards. Because that was all the backwards masking thing was going on right then,
Yeah, you could have been saying, I love Satan.
Yeah, I
or
love the
something.
devil, or something like that. Or,
Speaking in tongues or whatever.
So yeah, so that was that piece. And this was kind of to do that back then was not easy to do. There weren't a lot of bands doing that kind of thing. So I'm very proud of that.
I think Mark Hurd mixed this one, didn't he?
No, Griffith did.
Are you sure? Oh, did he?
Yeah, Griffith mixed this one. Yeah.
Okay.
So when we play this live, you're bringing all that equipment on the road. You're going to flip the tape over.
We'll have to
and
flip
do
the tape
whole-
over.
So you're
People will
bringing
have to
like
wait.
A
They'll have to
24
stop.
track machine, and you're going to do
Yeah,
all
we'll
that.
flip it over and then we'll do it. So
All
we'll
right,
show them how
that's
it's done.
wonderful. Yeah, I was curious.
Yeah.
Just one. All right.
Clouds around about.
Pretty reverent lyric.
It's a great lyric.
Yeah, this was inspired by something I'd read. It was Oswald Chambers, Most for His Highest. Way back then, I was reading that, and one of his daily devotions, he said, "The amazing." Let's see if I can remember what it was. After the amazing delight and liberty of realizing what Jesus does, comes the impenetrable darkness of discovering who he is.
That's a great
And then
quote.
he used the verse from, I think it was Psalm 97:2, which is clouds and thick darkness surround him. And way back then, I think a center in our music, our content, has been the mystery of God. Even to this current album, we're still talking about what we don't know and accepting the fact that more and more will be revealed. Even when people think when we die and get to heaven, whatever that is, that all will be known. But I don't think so. I think it'll be like eternal discovery.
The other thing about this song is that the radio people that they were pushing it to, a lot of them said the lyric was too Catholic. Remember that? The blood, the stuff about the blood and the poor sinners drink like wine. All that was it's too Catholic for Christian radio, which is interesting. Faith wars.
Yeah.
Oh, here's my mother, my late mother.
Yes. Yeah, I got this from Derri's dad, who was a pastor at the church, and I said, Joe, you got to get me a cassette of Louise singing in church.
Yeah. Yeah, she was very proud of this too, to have this on the record.
Who's going to be singing this live?
You're going to be doing that.
Oh, I have to do this?
Except when Dan comes, you and him both will do it.
Okay.
On the
All
dates
right.
that Dan
All right.
is in.
Yeah.
We could do a duet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Listen,
look
wait,
out
be quiet and
for
listen to Derri's dad say, thank you, Louise.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, sad face.
All right. Okay.
Wow.
I have a story about this one. This is the